Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host Ayundatur Basako. Our top stories. IFC and Mongolia's capital Ulaanbaatar sign a partnership to help expand sustainable urban infrastructure. School Milk Program webinar was held under the theme The Children Are the Future of the Nation and Tomorrow's Citizens. 2,519 cases of COVID-19 reported on Friday. For other news, stay tuned. On Friday, the Ministry of Health reports that 2,519 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed and 18 more people have died.
In the past 24 hours, 2,519 new cases were confirmed, 7,053 have recovered. Unfortunately, 18 patients, 10 women and 8 men died of COVID-19 complications. Out of the new cases, 1,154 were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, 1,365 were confirmed in rural provinces. At hospitals nationwide, 20,675 COVID-19 patients are being treated, out of them 11,387 show mild symptoms of illness and 378 are in critical condition. Additionally, 65,426 patients are being treated at home under supervision from the first-level family hospitals. Health officials advise people not to invite people over their places nor participate in any kind of public events and keep taking precautionary measures.
In support of the Mongolian capital city's green and digital transition, IFC and the municipality of Ulaanbaatar signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly identify investment opportunities and collaborate with the aim of bolstering private financing for modern infrastructure facilities.
The agreement is part of IFC's broader strategy to boost sustainable economic growth and climate resilience in Mongolia. Currently, almost half of the population of Mongolia is living in Ulaanbaatar, which has seen a rapid increase in the number of households living in GER areas or settlements of low and middle-income households. The number of registered vehicles also reached 652,000 this year in a city with 1.4 million people. Subsequently, the city faces a range of urban challenges including air and soil pollution, urban sprawl, centralization and traffic congestion. As part of the MOU, IFC will provide advisory support to the municipality of Ulaanbaatar with the objective of identifying new ways to implement sustainable development in key areas such as green transport, waste treatment and sanitation, street lighting, district heating and green housing. The two parties will also work with other stakeholders to support structural reforms that will accelerate private sector participation in sustainable urban infrastructure and services. The partnership with IFC will help Ulaanbaatar access the expertise and financing needed to modernize its infrastructure and deliver better urban services. We will continue to focus on forging innovative partnerships to make our city greener, smarter, and more competitive, according to Somyabazar Dolgorsorong, governor of the capital city and mayor of Ulaanbaatar. Through developing sustainable and smart urban infrastructure, Ulaanbaatar will be able to improve energy efficiency of its services and reduce greenhouse emissions, thereby helping Mongolia reach its nationally determined contribution targets, said Alfonso Garcia Mora, IFC's regional vice president for Asia and Pacific. IFC's city initiative is uniquely positioned to support Ulaanbaatar in its endeavors to diversify and enhance its funding sources in order to successfully implement its climate resiliency agenda.
Around the world, about 160 million school-aged children are having the benefits of receiving milk at school. Industry experts note that school milk programs can bring its benefits to various stakeholders, including schools, the dairy sector, and local economies.
The children are the future of the nation and tomorrow's citizens. This is the theme under which the Dairy Asia School Milk Program webinar was held. The Dairy Asia Secretariat, UN Food and Agriculture Organization, Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry of Mongolia, and the International Dairy Federation jointly organized the Dairy Asia webinar, dedicated to the World School Milk Day on September 28th.
Юуны өмнө өнөөдрийн арга хэмжээг нь
First of all, I would like to thank the Dairy Asia Secretariat Office, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, and the International Dairy Federation for organizing today's event. The Mongolian people have a long tradition and culture of processing and consuming milk and dairy products. Although the consumption of milk and dairy products is relatively high in rural areas, there is a need to meet demand and increase stable production as the number of migrants from rural areas to urban areas is increasing and the consumption of milk and dairy products by the urban population is increasing constantly.
Min Sayhan, Minister of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry of Mongolia, Dr. Vinod Ahuja, UN FAO representative in Mongolia, and Ms. Caroline Amon, Director General of International Dairy Federation, each delivered a welcoming address and opening speech. Speakers from India, Thailand, Bangladesh, and China gave the presentations and addressed the achievements, experiences, and benefits of school milk programs from their countries' perspectives, as well as challenges faced during the implementation and coordination of the programs. IDF initiative, School Milk Knowledge Hub, and the new proposal for school milk programs in Mongolia were also discussed during the webinar. Milk consumption carries a positive effect on the children's growth and development, public health, and nutrition. The joint commitment of implementing stakeholders, including ministries and agencies responsible for education, food, agriculture, health, and nutrition, as well as dairy sector businesses, are essential to successfully implement the school milk program.
Now let's look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. And here's the weather forecast for major cities around the world. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for staying with us on News Mongolia. See you next week with more stories and updates. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.